Good afternoon, September 5th. It's a Friday. Welcome you all for being here. Sorry we're a little later than usual today. We are a little bit off schedule, but it is what it is. It's a Friday afternoon. We have plenty of time until these MLB games start today. We got 14 games to go over tonight, and I do have a home run parlay of the day that is going across the screen at the bottom of the screen. If you are watching this on YouTube, make sure you guys drop a comment, drop a like, drop a subscription. I appreciate all the support over there. I really do. And if you guys are watching live on Twitch, welcome to the stream. Let's get after it today. I'm hoping to get back to a much more regular schedule in the late mornings coming up, but for now, we're a little bit sporadic. But that's all right. Better late than never, you know? So let's go ahead and talk about what we're going to do today. We're going to be diving into what you guys see right here, rudebets.com. 25% off your first month, week, year, 3-month, whatever plan you choose if you use code RUDE. So go to rudebets.com right now and sign up. Use code RUDE to support the stream, support me, and get access to the #1 research tool in sports betting. That is what this is right here. Rudebets.com is what you see on the screen right here and what we're going to be going through today. This is just the MLB module. We do have an NFL module and a college football module out. So there's a lot more than just this that's going to be on the site when you subscribe. You'll get access to all of it as well as the Discord. So it's a really all-encompassing product and subscription that you're not going to find anywhere else. Nobody else is going to give you access to the community as well as the tools. And nobody else is going to provide as good of tools as we have on rudebets.com too. So let's dive right on in, man. I mean, it's currently, if you guys are watching this on YouTube, it's currently 2:26 Eastern, which means that the Washington Nationals Chicago Cubs game is already underway. Yo, is the NFL prop simulator up? The NFL simulator is up. Player props will be released in week 2. Currently, scores and spreads are live on the site, though, for week 1. Player props will be released in week 2 for NFL. So, half the NFL product is live for week 1. The second half comes out week 2 through week 17, or through the playoffs, really, till the Super Bowl. So, we just need 1 week to gather some data for player props, get all the teams assigned to the new players, get all the usage rates for rookies, things like that, and then we can do it. If I were to give you guys player props right now in the NFL, I would be doing you a complete disservice on trying to guess what usage is going to be. I mean, 2 days ago, we all thought Bill Krosky, Merritt, whatever his name is, we all thought he was the RB2 on Washington. All of a sudden, he's RB4. We all thought Jaden Brown was going to be the RB2 for Dallas. He didn't even suit up last night. Like I can't give you all player props yet. So, but you can go get scores right now. We got spreads and scores out. But yeah, I guess let's go through some of these MLB games today. We do have an NFL game. I'm not going to give my opinion on this NFL game tonight. If y'all want that, you can go to rudebets.com and see what the projected score is for that game. I will tell you, though, that the spread for that one is... I'm going to be posting an official play in the Discord tonight for that, too, as to what I take. Spread is Kansas City 3.5. So they got you with that little... if they need to win by more than a field goal type line, you know, those are always the hardest lines in the NFL. When you see a 7.5 or 3.5 line, a 10.5 line, those are always the most difficult. So maybe we're looking to buy a point. We'll see. We might look to buy a half a point, I should say, on one side or the other. Not sure yet. We'll have to get into that in a little bit. But jumping into today for baseball, Brewers Pirates. Let's see here. Interesting. We're looking at Brewers 57% chance to win, only a -132. Also, Millwood and X Established. Thank you guys for the follows. I appreciate it. Appreciate the follows. Brewers -132 is interesting. Their line's -142 currently. We got Quinn Priester going up against Johan Oviedo. I mean, on paper, the Brewers are a much better team, obviously, but this Oviedo guy, this is what, his 4th start now, something like that? Probably around his 4th start. His numbers look pretty good. 31% strikeout rate. Only 15% of batters get a hit. Walk rate's really high. Let's see what the pitcher walk line is. Oviedo over 1.5 walks. It's minus 190. It's not great, but I could definitely see him going over 1.5 walks tonight with that walk rate. Great call on Pirates and White Sox money line yesterday. Appreciate that, Ryzen. Yeah, there's a lot of value on underdogs. We find it often. It looks obvious when you use the site. It looks very obvious when you use this website. When you look at the line, it's scary. It's like, oh, plus 130. What are we doing here? But when you look at the site, it's pretty easy. Anyways. Let's see. Player prop wise, probably would not touch anybody on the Pirates today. Obviously, there's no reason to. On the Brewers, I mean, still probably would stick a little bit far away. I don't think you should get fooled by the Oviedo strikeout line of 4.5 today. I would not get fooled by it. Small sample size. Only he has a massive strikeout rate right now. 32% almost is an insane strikeout rate. It's insane. I wouldn't fall for it. It's going to regress down to the mean, and he's going up against a team today that does not strike out. I would stay away from Oviedo strikeouts. That line's really low at 4.5 at plus money. That screams the books think he's going to regress. I mean, it's a good looking line at plus 120 to go over 4.5 strikeouts, but I think he's going to regress, and that number's going to come down. But other than that, I mean, there's not a whole lot for player props in this game. Oviedo's got to regress to the mean before we can really start to attack him. So I just don't see much today in this one. Game 2, White Sox, Tigers. That's a very common theme in September baseball, though, is low sample size pitchers. We don't have a full picture of what they're capable of and what they do. White Sox, Tigers today. 50-50 game here. White Sox are plus 154 on the money line. Definitely where the value would be in this one. Shane Smith going up against Jack Flaherty. Yeah, White Sox, I mean, as a dog today, are not terrible. Not terrible, plus 154. You could also take White Sox plus 1.5 runs. Maybe even a White Sox first 5. Not sure about that, but Flaherty does have a high strikeout rate. He's a big strikeout pitcher. 28% of batters faced, he strikes them out. It's pretty darn high. So I could see Flaherty getting around 7 strikeouts tonight. His pitcher strikeout line is 6.5 at plus money. Not terrible. He does have issues with the home run ball, though. If we click back in on his name again, 3.65. It's not terrible, actually. I thought it was going to be worse than that. But he's a little bit worse than league average in terms of home runs, which opens the door for a guy who only hits home runs lately, apparently. If we look at his numbers versus righties, look at this. Last 20 at-bats, he's got 41% home run to fly ball ratio. It's insane. That's insane. 41% of his fly balls are home runs. And he's got a 60% fly ball ratio. 60% hard hit rate, 20% barrel. Homer, 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 homer. 5 homers in his last 20 batted balls. In his last 10, 1, 2, 3. This is a guy that RudeBets.com found him first. I'm going to say it right now. RudeBets.com found Colson Montgomery first. We had him lighting up our home run leaderboard since, my God, late July, early August. I mean, he's been lighting up our home run leaderboard for pretty much this entire month of August. And it's not going away. So he's still going to be up there. He looks really good against fastballs, sliders, curveballs. Doesn't matter. Colson Montgomery's not a bad option for anything today. He's always a good option right now. He's red hot. So could look at Colson for a homer if you really want to, especially against Jack Flaherty. On the other side, Riley Green, not really a huge fan against Shane Smith here. 2.94. It's a pretty low home run rate. It's not that high. Really not that high. So not a huge fan of home runs here for the Tigers today. Hits, runs, and RBIs could be, there's some good opportunities here for hits. HRR, as you can see over here on the right side, these top 4 do look pretty decent for that. What's the total? Total over-under in this game is sitting at 8.5. Could be an over. Could be a slight lean to the over here if you're afraid of taking the White Sox on the money line. I kind of like the White Sox today. If we're looking at long shot for home runs, There aren't really any. Although Kyle Teal kind of piques my interest here. 55% hard hit, 92 average exit velo, 45% fly ball. Kyle Teal looks pretty solid. White Sox minus 1.5. That's crazy. Good luck on that one. Kyle Teal's another guy that's been hitting it pretty hard. I don't mind Kyle Teal, but maybe take him for something else like hits, runs, and RBIs. Game 4, Mets Reds. I really don't see a whole lot in this one. Nobody with good home run probabilities. Tough pitching matchup. Money line, 50-50. 50-50 on the line as well. There's really just not a whole lot here. Yeah, sure, you just need one extra run, but that can be difficult. I don't see a whole lot in that game. Sorry, I'm going to move on. I don't like it. Blue Jays, Yankees. This one looks pretty solid. Yankees minus 134 on the line. They're fair value. But here's where the value comes in. George Springer for a home run. Dalton Varsho for a home run. And then Grisham, Judge, and Jazz. Ryan McMahon. I don't love him. I mean, he had one yesterday, right? Yeah. These are decent numbers. Fly ball rate's a little low here. Barrel's good. Exit velo's good. Let's look at righties, though, with a four-seam fastball. And splitter. These are all four-seamers. Against that splitter, that's pretty good. He's been doing well against that four-seam fastball. I'll tell you what. Although this might be sinker. Yeah. He's got some good exit velos, man. I'll tell you what. His fly ball ratio is just really low. Really low. No Stanton today. I don't have him in the lineup yet. If he gets confirmed, yeah, he'll get in there. But right now, he's not pulling in on the lineup. Looking at his line at plus 200, I highly, if we have Aaron Judge around the plus 300 mark, there's no way we have Stanton at plus 200. So I can tell you right now, Giancarlo Stanton, whatever the hell his projection is, I highly doubt he's going to be worth a plus 200 home run line. There's almost a 0% chance. So yeah. I think Dalton Varsho is probably the best option here. I really like him. His pitch mix is tough, but these numbers are just so incredible. 2.81 total bases per hit versus righties is just insane. Last 10, he does have a homer in his last 2 batted balls. He has another one right here, another one right here. 3 homers in his last 10. 50% fly ball rate, super high fly ball rate. Hard hit's a little low. Barrel's high, though. Barrel is high. And Grisham. Yeah, Grisham's okay. He's just too hot. Grisham. Homer. He just got so many. You could definitely, if you want to ride the hot hand, you can. 95 exit velo, 50% hard hit, 50% fly ball. It's okay. Pitch mix isn't great here. History against Gausman, he's 2 for 5 with an extra base hit. 2 total bases per hit versus righties is good. Yeah, we have him plus 300. His line right now is plus 300 as well on FanDuel. So the book agrees with me on here. 25% chance for Trent today. Book agrees with me on Trent. So you got options in this game. If you're on rudebets.com, come dive into this game and start looking through a few of these guys. There's some options here. Game 6, Dodgers-Orioles. Dodgers money line minus 164. Not really much value there. It's pretty much exactly what we have it at. Pretty similar to what we have it at. Glasnow going up against Dean Kremer. Shohei for a homer is not bad today. His line is currently plus 190. Yeah, plus 190 on Bet365. Yeah, if you can get him at the plus 190 area, he's okay for a homer today. He's worth it there. He's definitely worth it there. Versus righties, numbers are always good for Shohei, obviously. Freddie with a good pitch mix. Mookie with a good pitch mix. I mean, these guys are decent for hits, runs, and RBIs today. You like Pajes? 4.93 is not terrible. Versus righties with a fastball and cutter and splitter. Yeah, not terrible numbers here. They're not awful. Uh, 15% chance. Pajes is sitting at +5. Well, he only has a few lines out. Oh, there he is, Andrew Pajes. Yeah, if you can get him at the plus 500 something, I don't mind him in the 500s today, but I don't love him anywhere closer than that. Really, the only good option on this team would be Shohei. On the other side, against Glasnow, let's look at his numbers. Glasnow sitting here with a 3.58. Yeah, that's pretty mid, actually. Very high strikeout rate, though. Walks are up for Glasnow, too. Jeremiah Jackson at plus 600 is not bad. Guy's been smacking the ball here. Got a homer here. Only 20. I don't like it. That fly ball is too low at 20%. Too low. Yeah, really, it's just Shohei for a homer in this game, honestly. Glasnow strikeouts too could be decent if you can get him at like 6.5. Yeah, 6.5 strikeouts for Glasnow should hit. Game 7, Phillies Marlins. Phillies minus 163. I mean, Marlins at plus 205 is definitely the better side of this play. It's not a good play. I mean, we only have the Marlins with a 38% chance to win this game, but they're giving you a huge payout on that. So if you want to take a really big long shot, like a super big long shot, the Marlins at plus 200 are your long shot today then. I mean, you get better value on the Marlins winning a game than you do on Shohei hitting a home run, which is kind of crazy. Chris Sanchez. I mean, Schwarber, just not going to get enough value on Schwarber for a home run today. He does have a 20% chance, but I don't like that at plus 190. I really don't. Don't think it's worth it. Betting on MLB in September of 2025. Yeah. You got MLB and you got one NFL game tonight. Tell you what, I'd rather bet on MLB tonight than NFL, though. NFL, you're just guessing. There's no data on these teams. There's no rotations. There's no, depth chart, target share, none of that. Ford is cooked. I disagree. MLB is still good. You just got to avoid the games where there's little data. I don't see a ton in this one, to be honest. Marlins probably aren't going to do much offensively. Phillies, none of these guys are really good options for a home run. I mean, they're okay for hits, runs, and RBIs, but those are kind of boring plays. No one's taking hits, runs, and RBIs today. I doubt it, at least. If you are, I mean, good luck to you. Trey Turner. But Mariners Braves, another one with a low score. Logan Gilbert versus Chris Sale. There's going to be no player props in this game. I mean, there's going to be no batter props. Braves are sitting at minus 134. That's fair value. There's not much there. I mean, strikeouts will be the only thing in this game that look okay. Sale 7.5, Gilbert 6.5. I don't mind Gilbert at the 6.5 mark. Sale, yeah, I mean, both of them. They both should probably get 8 tonight. 34% strikeout rate. It's crazy for Logan Gilbert. 31% for, yeah. This game's just going to be a lot of strikeouts. I think both go for 8. Guardians Rays. Guardians Rays here. We got Guardians at plus 120. I like that. Gavin Williams on the board here. Griffin Jacks. Griffin Jacks not been too hot lately. He's been a reliever all year. High strikeout rate, but ever since the trade, he's been giving up a lot of home runs. This number's going up, up, up. I like Gavin Williams, man. I do. I think Jose Ramirez and Kyle Manzardo both look good for home runs today. They both hit one yesterday. They were both top 5 yesterday on the site for home runs, and they both hit one, unfortunately. For those of you who don't like back-to-back home run type of guys, I mean, they're good options today, man, even though they're both back-to-backs. They both are good options today. Nerfies are... Here's the thing. If you're betting Nerfies, you're going to probably be getting cooked in the MLB with Nerfies. In my opinion, I think the Nerfies is the worst bet you can possibly make in baseball. I think it's the worst bet you can make in baseball. And it's not even close, really. Well, home runs are close, but... The worst bet you could possibly take for a baseball game is a Nerfie. The books have the sharpest possible information for a Nerfie. They know exactly what pitcher is facing exactly what batters. You know what I mean? Like it's the most scripted 6 batters the game will see. You know, if you're betting on like the 8th inning or like the 6th inning or like even the 9th inning runs, like you don't know who's coming up, you don't know who's pitching, you don't know any of that data. But when you're doing a Nerfie, these books have information on every pitcher and batter matchup that's coming up. It's such a bad bet. Such a terrible bet. And on top of that, it's one run. Like I don't know. You don't leave yourself any margin for error. I think it's a terrible bet. I think a Nerfie is a terrible, terrible bet. But Caminero and Lowe look good for homers today, too. I mean, total bases. Yandy Diaz, he's okay for hits, runs, and RBIs. This should be a high-scoring game, honestly. Total in this one is 7.5. I like the over in this game. If I'm looking at anything on this one, I mean, Guardians' moneyline's solid, and I like the over. Guardians' moneyline and the over is pretty solid. I want to go look at that Braves Nerfie real quick because I feel like it's probably a huge trap. Minus 148. Minus 148 on a projection of minus 102. Seba, I know you got access to this site. I know you have access. Twins Royals. Focused on NFL, brother. Please, 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 please don't blow your bankroll on NFL in week 1. Please. Please. NFL week 1. We don't know anything about these teams yet. We got no information on target share, like I said earlier. We have no information on depth chart. Well, like some depth chart info, but we don't really know how much they're going to play, how many snaps they're going to get. You know, you don't know how good a defense is going to look. If they implemented new plays, new schemes, new systems. There's new coaches on every team. There's new players on every team. There's new culture on every team. There's so much randomness that you're going to see in NFL this weekend. That if you guys are betting on NFL, if you're betting on, I mean, let's just be honest though. If you're betting on NFL, like, it's no different than if you're betting on like the MLB All-Star Game or like the Home Run Derby. It's just pure 80% of it's going to be luck this weekend. You're just going to be guessing and hopefully you get it right. You know what I mean? I know you're probably thinking, oh, isn't that all sports betting? Yes, but no. 80% luck is a lot higher. What we're doing right here with MLB with like 6 months worth of data, I'd say we're doing like 50% guessing, 50% data. Instead of 80% guessing. You know, this is 50% of it is going to be database, maybe even 60% of it's database. The last 40 is like, okay, execution on the field. But NFL week 1 is, yeah, You could just flip a coin, honestly, and do it that way. Because there's just nothing to work off of. There's just nothing. I guess if you want to use your 2024 numbers, I highly advise against it. It's very rare that 2024, previous year data does much for the next year. Sometimes it does. It might be like a little bit relevant, so you could try to go that route, but even with all the data, MLB too volatile. I disagree. If you're price shopping, it's not. Anyways, this game I'm going to skip. There's only 7 total runs in it. Astros, Rangers. I need to fill up my water here in a second too, chat. With all the medicine I have to take from my surgery, I'm extremely thirsty. So give me 2 seconds to fill this water up. I'll be right back. If anyone's ever taken meds, you'll understand. You get parched. BRB. Back. Here's what I mean when I say like MLB is all about price. I see it all the time in the Discord where people take like, for example, Jeremy Pena for 1 hit. They'll take him for 1 hit at like a minus 300 odds when fair odds right here says minus 210. You know what I mean? And then they'll lose that leg and be like, oh, baseball's too volatile or baseball's a bad sport to bet on. It's like, well, no, you're just taking plays that are not good value. And this game is another one where we're not going to look at it because there's only 6.84 total runs. There's nothing in this one. Here's one I like. Padres, Rockies. I really like Manny Machado for a home run, and I really like Ramon Laureano for a home run. I think both of these guys set up really nicely here. High pitch mix ratings, good home run probabilities against Kyle Freeland in Colorado. Good odds. These are guys you want to target today. Those are 2 guys you really want to target. Same with Kurtz. Not Kurtz. I wouldn't touch Kurtz. Who's the other one I saw? Oh, yeah, Romy looks pretty good tonight. I like Romy Gonzalez tonight against a lefty. Against Eduardo Rodriguez. I really like that matchup, too. Let's look into the overall leaderboards, though. I'm curious here. Yeah, Shohei, Dalton, Machado. That's the lay at the bottom of the screen. I didn't even realize I took the top 3. I guess I did. Colson Montgomery. Bush already started. Trent Grisham looks decent. Caminero, low. It's a decent day. Strikeouts look good, too. Sale and Gilbert both for 8, like we talked about. Here's this. Okay, Mason Barnett I would probably ignore, but this is an area that's been really good. If you take Kyle Freeland over 2.5 earned runs, one of those homers will clear it for you. I've been doing earned runs for pitchers in the Discord. It's been really good. Jack Flaherty over earned runs, Kyle Freeland over earned runs, Jake Irvin over earned runs. Pick one of those guys, get some good value on them. Those plays have been hitting really nicely. I've been doing really well with earned runs and hits allowed, too. You can look like Kyle Freeland for hits allowed. Really good looking play. Eduardo Rodriguez hits allowed could be a really good play. Even some of these better pitchers like Chris Sanchez hits allowed could be a good play. You could probably get some pretty good value on that. So I would target those types of lines today on top of the home runs. But if you're looking for pitcher props, earned runs and hits allowed have been really good. A little bit better than strikeouts, in my opinion. More consistent than strikeouts. Strikeouts are hard, especially these guys at like the 8 lines. They have to get 1 or 2 strikeouts per inning or it's over. Homer for this game again? What game? Yeah, these are my favorite guys for home runs today right here, honestly. Padres? Oh, Machado's my number one. Laureano would be number two. But Machado is who I'm really big on today for that game. Yeah, I like Machado today a lot. He lines up pretty well with his data against lefties. StatCast looks good. Pitch mix looks good. Projection looks good. Yeah, it all looks good for Machado. He lines up on every box today. He checks every box. So, yeah. Don't sleep on Romy Gonzalez today either, chat. I'm telling you, this is a guy I really like today. For like general props, for hits, runs, RBIs, or total bases. Hard hits 50%, 30% fly balls, pretty solid. EV is just about 90. Don't sleep on Romy today against a lefty. So, all right. We only got a couple hours, so let's get after it, man. Go do some research. Hop in the lab here on rudebets.com. Start making some plays. NFL's out too. Like I said, be careful with it. College football's out too. We have 1 week of data for college football now, so that should be really good for next week's games or this weekend's games. So go in and lock in your college football plays right now on rudebets.com. Go check out the scores, get the projected spreads. Like I said, the ELO ratings are up to date, so we should be really good there with college football for this week. And yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm excited. We got some games tonight even for college football too. So lock in. I'm going to go get some stuff on the Discord, Player Profit, code RudeBets, and I'll post those in there as well. Peace out, y'all. Have a good day.